So everybody knows what rock is, yes? No? Just hard. Not really. You think that's common sense, but unless you define it on a project, so for example, you're grading for a school, a quick trip, whatever, that's one of the main sources of cost on site development is rock excavation. It's expensive, it costs a lot of money to do. And if you don't define it, if you don't have an understanding of it, and you have an agreement as to what rock is, it can get you in a lot of trouble. We've seen it. So that looks like rock. There are some definitions out there that are pretty standard, and they're tied to a given piece of equipment. Caterpillar equipment manual will have some graphs in the back that tell you what sort of quality of rock they can remove. But this is a standard definition for this area of the country based on a Caterpillar T8, which is a very sizable piece of equipment. It's a large bulldozer. You will see those definitions pretty much on every set of specifications for a project. I mean, this maybe a couple of years before you get to deal with something like this, but it's important to know what rock is and what are you dealing with. It's different if you're digging a trench for a sewer line or a storm drain than doing a mass grading project where you can pieces of equipment you can bring in there and move around. So the definitions are a little bit different. This is based on a fairly large excavator, the Caterpillar 322. It's a large size piece of equipment. But those are the typical definitions of rock that you will see. And what happens when you don't do that is it leaves the owner open for all kinds of change orders. Here's one case that we experienced firsthand. There was a school in Cherokee County, and the documents were poor to say the least. And the definition of rock was very poor. The contractor showed up with a rubber tire loader with a smooth edge bucket. When everybody said, "Hey, what you doing with that? That doesn't do anything," that meant the definition in the project documents. Needless to say, the change order for that was about $1 million. So makes everybody unhappy, but except for the guy doing the grading, he did really well. And when it gets to litigation, nobody wins. It doesn't matter what side you're on. The only guys making money are the lawyers. So it's something to be mindful of. What is rock? There's ways to define that, find out how much of it there is, and to set the rules so nobody gets taken advantage of.